Hi guys, welcome to this video. My name is Kinga de Wit, founder of Wellness in Mind, international holistic wellness coaching, and I'm creator of the Breakthrough to the Vibrant Happy You program. And today I want to talk to you about one of the techniques I'm using in my practice as well as in my online program, which is called timeline therapy. And I also want to share with you how this technique really changed my life, because it can ultimately change yours as well, right? So timeline therapy makes use of a little bit of regression therapy. It makes use of altered states of consciousness. It's a little bit like hypnosis, but not entirely, because you're really conscious and aware of everything that's going on. And also you are able to remember all of the changes that occurred during the therapy. So I think that is a really big bonus of this therapy. So one of the ground rules of timeline therapy is that the subconscious mind stores everything, all the information of your life. So everything you went through, everything that's happened to you, all the emotions, all the decisions and choices you've made. So everything we can't remember, consciously, is stored in your subconscious mind. So in addition to that, the notion is also that everything that you experience in life is the result of a choice, a decision. So what do I mean with that? By that, for instance, imagine that you grew up in an abusive family and you were criticized a lot and you don't have much self-esteem. It's possible that somewhere, in your life, probably very early in your life, you made the decision that you're not worthy or that you're not good enough. A lot of people struggle with those kind of limiting decisions. So imagine that you go through life with this decision: I am not good enough. Imagine what kind of relationships you will have. You probably get used and abused in relationships. You won't amount to anything, right? You won't accomplish any goals. You won't be successful. Or, on the other hand, you can be so driven and ambitious that you ask too much of yourself and you get a burnout, and you accomplish all those things but never feel satisfied and fulfilled. So having that kind of decisions in our lives really have an impact on what's going on around us. So without getting too deep into that, this is, the groundwork, the basis of timeline therapy. So everything is stored in your subconscious mind. And wouldn't it be great to gain access to that information, find out what the root cause of some of our problems is and change that? Well, that is exactly what timeline therapy does. So my story is about chronic pain. You see, when I was around 12 years old, I fell off a swing and I fell hard, flat on my back. Now imagine that I was, fed little pieces of information up till that point, even as a little girl, that falling flat on your back could paralyze you. So when I fell flat on my back, I was terrified. I was scared that I would be paralyzed from that moment on. So that was my first thought in that moment. So my first reaction was I got up and started running just to make sure that I was still able to. After that event, at 12 years old, I struggled with chronic pain for 18 years. My back always hurt, sometimes more, sometimes less. I visited physiotherapists and all sorts of people and caregivers, but nothing really helped. So then timeline therapy came. And you could say, that the origin of my pain was falling off that swing, right? That was what caused it. Well, actually, through timeline therapy, I learned that the root cause of my pain was much earlier. It happened when I was 3 years old. So that was such a complex, thing in my mind, not in my body, in my mind, that I wouldn't be able to come up with that solution on my own. But during an exercise we did with timeline therapy during the course, my pain was resolved because I got to the root cause of that pain, which was here, not in my body. And when I understood how it worked and what my mind had, elaborated on, and what it had made up, really, when I understood that, my pain really physically got resolved. And it's now more than 6 years ago, and it hasn't been back since. And it won't be, because the cause isn't there anymore. I resolved it. So, obviously I cannot, promise you or guarantee you that this will happen for you too, but it has happened, to some of my clients, to me, to people I know. So sometimes it is possible to resolve physical issues that way. But also the kind of limiting decisions as I'm not good enough, or I can't make my own decisions, or I'm not strong enough. All those things we can resolve. And imagine how different your life will be when you do that. So another powerful thing of timeline therapy is that we can take the load of events in our lives that were really emotional, because we tend to hold on to emotions around events because we think that they will remind us of them and keep us safe. But in reality, holding on to emotions is really harmful. It's not good for our health. So with timeline therapy, you can go back to the root cause of each and every emotion and clear your whole timeline. And I can tell you, I've done this process many times myself, and from the very beginning, I felt liberated. I felt less heavy. It was like the load that I was carrying with me of all the disappointments and hurt and anger, that was built up throughout my whole life, that was lifted by timeline therapy. So I could, still remember what had happened, but I didn't have to hold on to it emotionally. So the load of emotion was taken away from that event. And I learned consciously what I needed to learn from those events instead of holding on to the emotions. So this is a really powerful technique, and I'm also learning now how to read the Akashic records, which means that I'll be able to, even in more detail, go back to the origination of your soul and, take the vital information for you out of all of your lifetimes that also contain decisions you've made, choices you've made that can still haunt you in this life. But for most of us, focusing on decisions we've made during this lifetime is more than enough. So timeline therapy enables you to do just that. So if you're interested in knowing more about this technique, or you want to experience it through some sessions with me, please contact me. You can email me at wellnessinmind@mail.com, or just, send me a message or comment below the video, and I'll be happy to tell you more about it. We can do this also online, and timeline therapy is also a part of my online program, which is called Breakthrough to the Vibrant Happy You. So I hope this video serves you in some way, and if you're interested in knowing more, please contact me, and if you think you know somebody who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. So I'll hope to see you soon or talk to you soon, and have an amazing day. Bye bye.